Good afternoon, everybody. It is Sunday, June 28th, and you might be wondering why I'm choosing this really weird angle, having the camera out on the table. Because having a pretty rough day today, actually missing church right now. Um, the main part that got me scared to go out was because I can barely breathe right now and leaning over, hunching a little bit, and uh, helps me breathe just a little bit, enough that I can uh, even just speak a little bit. But when I stand up or sit up or lie down or anything like that, I'm completely tight. I feel like a giant man is kneeling on my chest, and I just can't breathe. Actually, the weird thing is if I slow down my breathing a little bit, I can breathe a little bit better, which is contradictory, which is really hard to do because when you can't breathe, you struggle. You want to breathe more. You want to get more air, and have to consciously restrict myself and have discipline to slow down and taking less air. But when I do that, I can actually get in a little bit more because the faster I breathe, the tighter um, and the harder it is that my chest feels, and then I can breathe. On top of that, for the last 3 or 4 days, um, I mean, it's Sunday, so tonight I am due for my second dose of methotrexate, the new chemotherapy treatment that I'm experimenting with. So it's been a week, and for the last 4 days, my head has just been really, really cloudy. It's not dizzy, so I mean, I'm still aware of things, but it's just really hard to think, and to the point where I don't think most people understand like how much your brain is involved with um even things that you don't think your brain, like, well, you don't think because you just do it naturally, but your brain is involved. I know that because when I get bad reactions or even just on a sick day when there's so much being drained from my body that my brain just can't function, there's a lot of things I can't do. For example, I was I was in bed all day, took a bed rest day all day yesterday because I couldn't even concentrate enough to turn myself over. So much less, so wasn't even going to bother getting up and trying to do any work on the computer or anything because it just took too much concentration to move every single part of my body that most people, and actually, I mean, like when I'm healthy, just do it without thinking. But somehow my mind is so clogged right now that even moving a finger or turning over or walking takes a lot of concentration, which is what I'm doing now. I'm fighting to breathe, and I'm fighting to think of what to say. It doesn't just flow, because there's so much just clogging up my brain. Now I don't know if it is because of the methotrexate, but it kind of feels like it is because, uh, I mean, the weather has been really, really weird lately. It's been extremely, extremely humid. It's almost 100% humidity, but it's not raining, which is really annoying because we're in the middle of the biggest drought in California, and so much humidity, but the moisture isn't coming down. So I don't know if that is what's cl clogging my mind, but I don't think it is because in an AC environment, it kind of takes out all the moisture, and usually that'll help clear up my head a little bit if it's moisture related. It just doesn't feel like that, so um, I'm gonna give methotrexate one more week. Just hoping that this is just the adjustment phase because I really need to try something new like methotrexate instead of just staying on cyclosporin. But if this continues if beyond methotrexate means I can't even get out of bed or do anything, then that's not gonna work. So that's the update for today. Not I don't really have the strength to keep fighting this to uh, talk about anything else. So um, I'll check you guys in a couple of days. Well, hopefully tomorrow I'm gonna do a blood test to see how I'm doing with methotrexate. Maybe that'll give us some answers.